Hey, hey, hey! This is National Sales Director Leah Lachlan, and this video is to support you in having a Rockin business debut. So I want to explain the purpose of a business debut, the supplies you need to have ready, what's going to happen at the debut, and then even what to do after the debut. So this video will be what you need to be prepared, and then we have a checklist that goes along with this that you can also print, so you kind of have a paper copy that as you're preparing you can check things off and just double check to make sure you're completely ready. And then we have other resources that you'll be printing. We also have those available at leahlachlan.com on the 12-step page. Also, they're a part of the Pink Bootcamp workbook too. So we've got them in multiple places, so you can definitely find it. And let's start with the purpose of the business debut. The purpose is to launch you and your new business to your friends and family. And the purpose is that once you have your business debut, you would then go on to hold a Power Start, which in the Unleashed national area, a Power Start is booking 12 parties to hold about 6. Usually half of what you book will hold and the other half will cancel or reschedule. Now, your first Power Start is probably going to be with friends and family and people who love you. And so you'll probably see a hold rate of a little bit more than 6 because of the relationship that you have with these people. But that is the purpose, that on the night of your debut, we're launching you and your new business and your products, and then you would book your Power Start, or at least part of your Power Start at that debut, and then 30 days, within the 30 days after your debut, hold that Power Start. And what I have noticed in my years of doing Mary Kay is that women who truly prepare adequately for a business debut have a successful event. Okay, so your success is directly related to how you prepare for it. And when you invest in time in preparing and following up with the people you're inviting, you have a successful event. When you can get people there and have a successful debut, you'll hold a Power Start. And people who hold a Power Start, that is like your first group of customers, and you really build your business from networking through those people. And it truly is one of the most powerful ways to start. When I had my business debut, I held about 5 or so parties the month after my business debut. 3 months later, I had 100 customers. And when I look back at like where those people came from, most of them I did not know before I started Mary Kay, but met through the people and the parties that I booked in my debut. I have consultants to this day and sales directors in our national area that can be traced back to my business debut and the people I met and the parties that I booked there. So this can be very, very powerful for you. So let's find out how to really prepare to make it successful. I do want to talk a little bit more about what our objectives are. And so first of all, it's going to be great training for you because you get to watch your sales director present the product and the business opportunity, and you get to watch her interact with your friends and family and answer questions that they have, and you get to watch her show them the roll-up bag. You guys, it's going to be incredible training, and it's a great place to just learn what you're going to be doing or part of what you're going to be doing when you go and do your parties. And it's nice to put your director in front of your friends and family. You know, sometimes it's hard to be the girl that stands up in front of your mom and your sisters and your best girlfriends and say like, I'm your new beauty consultant. Sometimes that can be a little bit awkward, and they know you didn't know a whole lot about makeup before you started Mary Kay. So instead, you get to put your sales director who's had more experience, who's more knowledgeable, who's a little bit more confident in presenting the products and the business opportunity. She gets to be in front of your friends and family. Okay, secondly, we want to sell the product. Now, debuts are typically for people who can start with inventory because the purpose is to display that inventory, and people are going to shop with you on the spot. And you sell so much more when people get to see like, oh, I get to take that tonight, like I can have it now and take it home. It's going to help you to sell a lot of product. And the main set that we present is the Ultimate Miracle Set. It's kind of the core of our skincare that we sell. That's going to be presented, but not on their face. They're going to get handshulls. Not facials, handshulls. And it's more of a collection preview. They're not going to see everything because if they see everything, they get confused and they're not sure what they want. But when they just see the core of what we have, they're going to be very clear on the skincare that we have to offer. And the strategy is to sell them skincare that night, and then they book a party to try more products and to get a makeover and to color. And the goal is that they would purchase more colored products at your party. That's usually kind of how it works. And so we almost want to tease them on the night of the debut and just show them a little bit and enough to get their curiosity piqued about what else Mary Kay has to offer. And then you, of course, book the party as a part of your Power Start. So we're going to sell the product, and the goal is to sell a lot of it. And then number 3, and I've already mentioned this, you want to book your Power Start. And they're just get your practice in. Okay, so your friends and family are going to be there, and they're great people to practice on. They really are, because although you'll be nervous holding those first few parties with your friends and family, it's still a safe place to get your practice and start learning the skill of holding a party. And then the fourth objective that we have that night is to share more about the business opportunity. Not only do we want you to get your first handful of customers, we also want you to get your first handful of team members. And so your director is going to share more about the business opportunity, and then set up career surveys with some people who are there to share even more and find out who may have an interest level in doing what you do. Okay, so now let's talk about who to invite and how to invite them. This is an important part of really adequately preparing. First of all, you want to create a contact list of at least 50. Like 50 is bare minimum. So just write down everyone that you know, and in the pink bootcamp workbook, there is a contact list. And I know you've got them in your phone and on Facebook, but you guys pull them out of those places and just get them black and white on paper, like the women you know with skin who you're going to reach out to and invite to your debut, and at least 50 people. And try not to think of just close friends and family. You guys just think of everyone. Like, who's the girl who does your nails, and who does your hair, and who's the girl at the bank that you see every time you go? Who are the moms of your kids' friends, and who do you see at the soccer field and at school and at church? And what about your neighbors? And what about high school friends and college friends? What about your husband's coworkers? What about your in-laws? I mean, really just think of everyone. It's a good opportunity to reconnect with maybe some people you haven't seen in a while. So you want to make a long contact list. And we always say that at a debut, it's going to be half of half will actually show up. So let's say you invite 50. You're probably going to get around 20, 25 yeses or maybes, depending on how well you follow up. That is key. And then of those 20 to 25 yeses and maybes, you'll get about half of those people to actually show up that day. So maybe 10 to 12 people will show up that day. So half of half. So the more you invite, the better, and the more you follow up, the more of a turnout that you're going to get. Okay, also, one thing to think about is the connectors in your life. Okay, who are the connectors? And those are people who just know people, and they're connected. And not only are they connected, they like to connect their mutual friends. Like, oh, you should meet her, or come hang out with us. I think we all have those people in our life who are just connectors. Everywhere they go, they know someone, and they love to bring people and connect people. So who are those people in your life? And I would have a conversation with them about who they know that they can bring. Because yes, it's going to be amazing to have your friends and family there. What is even more amazing is that your friends and family bring friends that maybe you don't know, or you don't have a really warm connection with, because immediately from that night, you're going to already have an opportunity to be in a whole different network of people that you aren't currently exposed to right now. So who are friends that can bring friends? And who are your connectors that they would love to bring friends, because that's just what they do? I would offer one item at 50% off for people who bring friends with them, just as an incentive for them to bring some people. And so I'd spend more time maybe having a live conversation with them about, hey, who do you know? My goal is to have at least 10 to 15. That's lowball what you want, like 10 to 15 people there. Like, who do you know who you could bring? It's going to be a really fun night. Okay, so here's how you want to do invitations. This is ideal. Okay, this is ideal, is that you would actually mail, yes, like with a stamp, snail mail, a postcard invitation. We have an example on the website of something you could print at FedEx. Print one page that has 4 on it and have them cut it. And then on the back, put address, stamp, and your return address, and actually mail or hand out like physical invitations. You want to do that a week and a half to about 2 weeks before the event. Another option about a week and a half to maybe a week before is to send out an evite at evite.com. That is free and you can customize it, and people are more likely to RSVP when they can do it through email. And so send out the postcard, send out the evite, create a Facebook event. I don't think Facebook events are super effective. I don't think a lot of people see them, but it could just be another layer for people who are really connected on Facebook. Now, what you don't want to do is just create a Facebook event and count on that. Don't do that. If you don't want anybody to come, then just create a Facebook event and leave it at that. But that's not effective, okay? It could be a layer, but in and of itself, it's not effective at all. So then the most effective thing you want to do is the week of, you start calling and following up with texts. That's the most effective, is that personal touch. Because people get the postcard in the mail and they stick it on the fridge and they forget, or they accidentally throw it away, or people get the evite and they don't check their email very often, or they accidentally deleted it, or it got shoved down in their inbox. So yes, do those things, but the most effective is you calling after you've done those things. So it's another layer and another follow-up. And you may think that seems like overkill, you guys, but the fortune is in the follow-up. One thing we learned to do really well in Mary Kay is just to follow up. Follow up well with people. That's how you're going to get a good turnout. Your attendance will be a direct reflection of how much time you invest in following up with your friends and family. And then you want to continue that follow-up throughout the week. And let's say you call and leave a voicemail. You want to follow up with a text right away that says, hey girl, just left you a voicemail. Would love to see you on Friday night. Let me know what you think. So you just want multiple layers of invitations. And then even if you get a yes, you're going to have some people say, yeah, I'll be there. You still want to follow up with those people a couple days beforehand and say, hey, can't wait to see you on Friday night. Just wanted to double check, final head count, and make sure you could still come. Okay, so you even want to follow up with your yeses. And when you're inviting people, use words like fun and girlfriend time. Like, come for some fun and girlfriend time, or come for some pampering, come for a girls' night in. Or maybe talk about the food and drinks that you have to offer. Food and drinks draw people. Okay, so mention that there'll be snacks or drinks or whatever you're going to serve. Don't just say like, oh, come to my Mary Kay thing. You guys, you want to romance it a little bit and talk about the fun girls' night in that it's going to be. And that you value their attendance. That's another thing, is like, hey, it would mean the world to me just to have your support. Like, I would love for you to be there. It's just like my supportive friend. Tell them that you would value their presence there at the party. Now, if they cannot come, this is a good opportunity to go ahead and just book her for your Power Start. And so if she's like, hey, I've got something else going on that night, I would just go right into like, oh, bummer, like, we'll totally miss you. Well, hey, do you mind if I share a goal with you? My director actually challenged me to book my first 12 parties, and I would just love to reconnect and get your opinion of the products. What do you think about getting together for a facial and a makeover? My goal is to book 12 in the month of May, and then get her on the date book to hold an appointment or party with her by offering your availability. Like, I do Thursdays and Saturdays. What would work best for you? Okay, so turn your no's into a booking. Okay, so that's who to invite and how to invite them. Now let's talk about preparation for the party and what's going to happen at the party and then after the party. And so first of all, what do you wear? Official Mary Kay attire is a professional dress or skirt. And you just want to look the part and look professional. People will take you more seriously, and we're in the beauty industry, and we're all about girl power and being feminine, and so we want to look the part. And That's the attire that you want to wear. And then how to prepare. So you want to have your inventory displayed in places that people will just easily be able to see it. So maybe the coffee table, or maybe you have a table in the kitchen close to where the food is going to be served. You know, wherever it makes sense in the space that you're going to be holding the appointment, you want to have displays of the product. Don't pull every piece of your inventory out, but have some nice displays so people can see it. The other thing you want to do is fill your roll-up bags. And there's a picture on the website about how to do this, but I'll show you real quick. This is a great way to organize your inventory. Is you've got cleanser and moisturizer in pocket 1, day solution and night solution in pocket 2, firming eye cream and then microdermabrasion tucked into the roll-up bag for pocket 3, and then CC cream and eye makeup remover in pocket 4. Fill up as many roll-up bags as you can, because your director is going to close the party with showing these sets and the deals they can get with these sets. And so by having these displayed and also handing them to people so they can open them up and look at them will help you to sell a lot of skincare and help you to sell these bags. So have those ready to go at the party. And then you also want to have hands ready to go. You will be, your director is going to bring everything else that's going to be demoed except for satin hands. So have a set of that ready to go that we're going to do with all of the guests as they arrive. They're going to try that entire set, all 3 steps. You want to have your date book highlighted with the times you have available in the next 30 days. Because remember, your power starts that day and 30 days from that day. And so you want to know the times you have available and be really clear on your schedule. It's just going to help with the ease of booking after the party. Some things not to display would be catalogs. Don't display catalogs. You're going to be handing these out to people who book with you afterwards. But these are beautiful catalogs of our products, but it's a lot of stuff. And people often get overwhelmed, and we want to just focus on the sets that they're going to be trying that night. So wait till afterwards to hand out catalogs and sales tickets. We're not going to hand those out till the end. And then also hostess packets. Go ahead and create hostess packets for people who do book with you that would have a catalog in it, and your business card if those have come in. And you want to have your hostess postcard, depending on which hostess program to try. Now, what I recommend for new consultants as far as your hostess program goes is just a $10 gift card for them getting together with you for a facial and a makeover, and 10 for every friend, up to 50 free. So if she has a party and has 4 friends there, she would earn $50 in free product. It's simple. You're not giving away a lot. But then as you get outside of your close friends and family, you may want to increase the incentive, which increases your chances of booking. And we do go over that in another video, but have these items, the lookbook, hostess postcard, whatever one you choose to do, your director is going to go over this, and then your business card. And then there's the Mary Kay product bags. You can stick them in, or folders or cello bags. It's up to you, but then you're going to give this to people who book with you, okay? So you want to have that ready to go, but you don't pass that out till the end. And then you want to have the party sheet printed. This is it's in multiple places on the website, but it's on the, close to this, wherever you clicked for this video link in the 12-step program, you'll see the link for the party sheet there too. So you want to print one of those double-sided. So it's just one page that each guest is going to receive. You want to have pins for everybody to fill out their party sheet. And that about covers the supplies that you're going to need. And then you do want to talk to your friends about a couple of things who are coming. You want to make sure they know that it's like a girls' night. Okay, we love the children, and this company is built on God first, family second, and career third. So we love the children, but not at a business debut. You're trying to launch you and your business, and you're wanting to make it a fun girls' night in where women feel relaxed and comfortable and pampered, and like they can just have a chill night with the girls. And so when there's kids running around, it is hard to relax. Not just for the mom chasing the toddler around, but for everyone else who's watching that happen, okay? So I think you will sell $100 less for every child who's there, because it's just harder for women to pay attention and focus, even tiny babies in a car seat. They're not going to be watching your director present the product. They're going to be all into the baby and want to hold the baby. So you want to communicate to your friends like, hey, we're just doing a girls' night in tonight, so leave the kids at home and just come enjoy yourself tonight without the kids. Get a night away from the kids. Also, it's ideal to delegate the food at the end and keep the snacks simple. You don't have to go all out unless you want to, but delegate that to your mom or to your best girlfriend to say, hey, like when it's over, can you go to the fridge and get out the cheese and cracker tray and the fruit tray and put it on the table? That way you can just focus on the guests and you've got somebody else kind of taking care and monitoring the food situation. And you do want to save it till the end, because we need to give people a reason to hang out afterwards. And food is a great reason for people to just hang out afterwards, so that you have an opportunity to go around and book with them and then close out their order. Okay, so then at the party, your director is pretty much going to do everything. So you just count on her to present the product really well and the business opportunity really well. You will have a chance to share with everyone what you're most excited about. Your director's going to prompt you to do that and say like, hey, share with everyone why you started your business and what you're most excited about. So just for a minute or two, be prepared to share that with your friends and family. And then at the end, your sales director is going to share some of the challenges and goals that you have as a new consultant. The first one being holding your power start. Your director is going to share that with everyone, that your goal is to get 12 bookings that night, to get your practice in by holding your 6 or more parties in the next 30 days. And she's going to invite them to be a part of that challenge and to support you in it, okay? And then also she is going to share about the pearls of sharing. The pearls of sharing is another challenge that we give to new consultants that helps you to start sharing the business opportunity with friends and family. And so you get the earrings for doing 5 career surveys with your director. You get the bracelet for having 5 guests come to your weekly meeting. And then you get the pearl necklace for adding your first qualified team member. So you can earn the whole set. And usually by earning the earrings and the bracelet, you earn the necklace as a result of sharing with 5 people on the phone and then sharing with 5 people at your meeting. You usually find your first team member within those 10 people that you're sharing with. And so your sales director is going to share that, and she will be booking career surveys with your friends. And the way we do that is we share a marketing YouTube video, either my video or another director or national sales director's video that they're going to watch. And then we set up a time to talk with them afterwards to get their feedback and their opinion, and ask about their interest level in the business opportunity. So that's going to happen that night also. And then probably the most important thing that you will be responsible for is actually getting the bookings. So your director is going to set it all up for you and do her very best job to communicate those goals with your friends and family. And then you are taking your date book and you're going up to every guest afterwards and actually getting her on your date book. And things I've seen happen with consultants is they get so caught up in the sales that then they don't book. I would rather you sell nothing, although that's not going to happen. We're going to help you sell, but I would rather you sell nothing and book than sell $5,000 but get no bookings. Okay, so the bookings are what we're valuing the most here, is booking that power start. And so you're going to have your date book ready to go. And the nice thing is that your director's already talked about this. So it's an easy conversation. It's just going up to your friend and saying, okay, girl, like, I want to borrow your face. So what works better for you? Would it be like a weeknight or a weekend? Simple as that. Because your director's already talked about the goal and she's already invited them to support you. So they're going to know exactly what you're doing. And you're just going up and saying, you know, thank you so much for coming. Like, I would love to get some practice on you and your friends. What works better? Would it be like a weeknight or a weekend? And you give her those 2 options and continue to give her 2 options until you narrow it down to 1. So you get her on the date book, And then you say, okay, next thing we need to do is just confirm tomorrow, just so you have a chance to double check the date. And then also at that time, I'll get the list of friends that you want to invite. Now, at the debut, we do play the Fabulous Friends game. So she may already have friends written down on her party sheet that she can use as the guest list. And if she does, great. Or maybe you follow up the next day to get them. Or maybe she even spends the rest of the evening filling in the names that she wants to get. But regardless, you want to get a list of 15 to 20 people that you can invite to her party. And you do this until you've booked with everyone. That would be the goal, is to book with everyone who's willing for your Power Start. Your sales director and your recruiter will be helping you with sales. So they'll be going around filling out sales tickets and delivering products to these people who are ordering. Your director is going to be booking career surveys. And then also you'll want to be booking guests to your next meeting. Remember, you get the bracelet for having your first 5 guests. And so you'll also want to be booking with people. And I normally would recommend starting with people who you think may have an interest level in the business opportunity, or people who'd like to learn more. Taking them to your weekly meeting is a great way for them to learn more about that business opportunity. Okay, and then that pretty much covers it for the party, you guys. And then afterwards, the very next day, have a debrief conversation with your sales director. So you want to talk to her live and just go over some information and talk about your results and talk about who you booked with and talk about when your first party is. And she's going to support you in continuing to book till you get to that book 12 to hold your 6 that month, because she wants to support you in just getting a super strong start to your business. So, all right, you guys, that's the scoop on how to have a Rockin' business debut.